Ooh, look, babe. I'm this close and makes my background blurry.
Sure. Good for you. There. How's that? Is that what you're looking for?
I think so. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're tuned in with Cindy, and in today's video we are going to be talking about...
I'm sure. Mess it up.
Alright, start over. Hey guys.
Take two.
Okay.
You know, you're supposed to do the take two thing?
Take two. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You are tuned in with Cindy and John, who is back for another video. And he's super excited. Could you guys tell? You're excited, right?
Super excited. She made
So
me. I blame all of you.
So today we want to talk a little bit about how we met. We're going to go more into detail just about our stories, I guess different versions, but kind of our total version. I don't really know how to talk.
Keep talking.
We're super excited to share it with you guys because we have some good details, and well, he shares more of the details. I just kind of share it how it is. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. But if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and like the video if you enjoy it. And yeah, let's begin and tell them our story.
Okay, well, I'll let you go first because that'll be over in like 3 seconds. It'll be like, it was a day, we met, the end.
No, I actually have quite a bit of story behind it. Let's see. We met a couple years ago. Well, it wasn't a couple years. We met at this place called the I-916, which is a Catholic group organization. And I came in to the church to sit down, and I was at Mass. I hadn't seen John quite yet at this point, but he was there. And at the end of it, at the end of the service, you kind of just like go and you have food and you kind of gist and hang out with people. And so as I was going ahead to get food, I see John from a distance behind me. And so I turn around and I'm like, he looks friendly, cute. Let's see who this is. So I turn around and I'm like, hi, I'm Cindy. And he's just like, hello, I'm John.
Hi, I'm John.
He's probably acting out. And
like
we did it already. And it was cool. So yeah, we sat down. My sister, okay, let me rewind.
Yeah. Hey, don't do that.
That's what you did. All right.
Yeah, but this face can take it. Like, I don't want to mess this up, you know?
So we got a
It
photo
might get better.
with his father. No, we did not. Wait. Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna be bright red.
Take two. Back.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Yes.
My bad.
My sister was there, and she and I were sitting down at a table kind of by ourselves, and John comes and he's like, hey, can I join you guys? And we're like, sure. He seems pretty cool. Mind you, Tiffany, my sister, who was with me, she had never been to I-916 before. It was the first time she was hanging out with me just to get the experience, and she got to meet John. The one day that I met John, she was there to meet him too, so that kind of worked out. That was special.
Very special, yes.
Do you want to add a little bit to that intro part of how we met?
Well, so what actually happened was I had noticed Cindy on previous occasions and was trying to find an excuse to introduce myself to her, but she always showed up late, and she finally showed up on time.
I had practice that day, by the way.
She finally showed up on time because she was meeting her sister. And so I actually finally got a chance to meet her and to sit down with her. And when I sat down with her, nobody else joined us. I didn't know that everybody else already knew that if you sat down at that table, you'd get cross-examined by both of them.
That's not exactly the case.
Simultaneously.
We just ask normal questions like, what do you do? How's your life? You know, what's going on? The normal questions you
Without
ask.
breathing.
No, my sister and I are just very inquisitive and want to know about people. So
Very inquisitive.
yeah, so we were asking John questions, and he did a good job with answering some of them. He's a very, as you guys know, he's a very much jokester. So he was pulling in jokes and kind of, you know, telling us about his life, but mostly telling jokes in the process of it.
The jokes I was telling involved an Irish accent.
Mm-hmm.
And that girl came over and she was very confused. She's like, am I drunk or are you talking in an Irish accent?
Oh, yeah, there's a girl who came to our table to visit for like literally a quick second, and John's in his accent in the middle of the joke, and she's like, what's happening? Why does he sound like this?
Why does he sound like that? What's wrong with him? Yep.
So, a photo with Tiffany, me, and John, and that was our first photo together, boo.
It was.
It was.
And I texted it to my dad, and I said, these sisters say happy birthday. And
Yep.
he said, they don't look like any nuns I've ever seen.
We didn't like exchange numbers or anything at that point because we were like still, well, how would you tell this part?
It's kind of awkward. Hi, I just met you and your sister. Can I get your little sister's number, please? That would be. I literally don't know anything about either of you, but I want to talk to her again.
Well, yeah, I thought John was really, really cool. Like, I thought that initial meeting was, I thought he was a sweetheart, and it's funny because one thing I forgot to say was that was during the time that I was having my injury, and a lot had happened like that year or prior to that year, and I was kind of sharing with him my experience with just going through it and like the sadness that comes along with being out for quite a bit.
You didn't too much detail.
Huh.
You didn't really get into too much detail. You just said you were going through something.
Yeah, I didn't really tell him everything, but I did tell him, like, it was a hard time, and he was just very encouraging. It's true. Like, I didn't go into too much detail, but he still was just like really encouraging and just gave me a lot of motivating words, and I thought that was really cool because this coming from a guy I don't really know like that, and he was just there being super sweet and kind and thoughtful, and yeah, that made me think. Even Tiffany, my sister, she was like, oh, he said some really nice words to you, like he seems really cool, and I was like, yeah, like it seems very genuine. So I think that was my first reaction of you. It was like super thoughtful and just genuinely cares about people. So I really appreciated that, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, I think that was kind of like our first meeting. It wasn't like a lot didn't happen other than the fact that we just kind of got to know him and asked a few questions. But I think
A few?
it was just a few.
A few questions.
I think the next month is like when we finally.
You ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, it took an entire month. By the way, we probably need to reframe that camera because I'm like right on the edge, like right here.
Do you want to start over? So yeah, we didn't see each other after that for about a month. And then the next month, I went back, and yeah.
We're late again.
No.
And so I'm sitting there in church, you maybe looking around, like my primary goal of coming to this place this next month was to get some kind of contact information for her, because it's awkward in front of her sister that I just met. Be like, well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I want your number. Is it cool if I take your little sister's number? Well, I swear I'm a decent human being.
Well, I had just come. I was with my mom and Tiffany at this point before coming to this next meeting, and it was around my mom's birthday, which is funny because the last one was your dad's birthday. We just have a lot of similarities. Anyways, so then my mom's birthday, and I was like, oh, I can chill and hang out with you guys here, and she's like, Tiffany had told her about John, and she's like, isn't that group today again? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, you can just go to that. It's fine.
Go see about a boy. Go on.
They're like encouraging me, and I'm like, okay. So anyways, I go back.
So she got sent back.
I was gonna go.
By Tiffany and her mom. Thank you,
And
ladies,
then,
by the way. I appreciate both of you.
Yeah, and so as I go, I see John again, and I'm like, there he is. Like, I was looking around a little bit, didn't see him, and then at the end, I'm like, oh, I spotted him. So I turn around, I'm like, hi, John. And then he sees me, and we're like,
hi, Cindy.
Hello.
She remembers my name.
He was looking cute. And then, yeah, it was like an outdoor barbecue. It was in the summertime. So we went outside. Well,
and you took the wrong line.
As I'm getting in the line, it's like my line's longer, he's in the shorter line. So he goes and sits down this time first with his brother. And
no, it was just me all by myself at a table. I figured I'd pick the biggest table I could find, so I'd have plenty
Greg
of
was
seats.
there too.
He was the last person to show up.
Oh, that's true, because he was getting the food too.
Exactly. It was kind of like broke away. No. But all these other wonderful people that I was very excited to meet showed up. And they're like, may we sit? And I'm kind of like, go away. I mean, please have a seat, because I don't want to be rude. They're really nice people, and I really enjoyed meeting them. I just really wanted to talk to Cindy and to find some kind of excuse to get her number. And so we got down, and Greg came out and sat next to me, and there was one chair left when Cindy finally came out.
And so I'm walking and I'm like, I don't see him. I was like, oh, there he is. And I see a little seat and I'm walking by like, hey. And John's kind of like, oh, you know, you can sit here if you want. And I was just like, cool.
Saved a seat for you if you want it.
I'm like, cool.
Pretending like I wasn't coming up with a backup plan to go like to whatever.
He played it really cool. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll sit here. Yeah, whatever. We're both like thinking in our heads like, yes.
Yes.
So I sit next to him. And it was nice. Everybody at the table, it's like a big group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking, but we're not really talking to each other because we're talking to a whole bunch of people. And I get to know him a little bit, but not too much at this point. And then we transition from outside to inside for the actual talk after food. And I see him and Greg sitting down together. And I'm like, oh, I can join their table. And
I'm like, she sat down at the table with us twice. Of her own free will. Might have a chance.
I mean, he's cute, what can I say?
And then she got up and was like, "Ooh, I need to get some water," and ran off and came back. And I had brought my water from the table. Greg hadn't, and so she comes up with 2 glasses of water, gives Greg one, and says, "I thought you might want some water," and like sits down. I'm like, "What a sweet, kind, thoughtful human being." She doesn't even know this kid.
Greg's cool.
He is cool, but you didn't know that at that point. Wanted to help him out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
I told you. It's.
Yeah, the talk begins. We talk a little bit. The talk that day was kind of about music in the church and the liturgy, and we were just you know, listening to what they were saying. And I was like, I really like my church. And so I'm discussing with Greg and John, telling them how much I really like the music in my church and how they should visit at some point or whatever.
That's a great idea. I would love to visit your church. Here's my phone so we can work that out.
He did it. He found a way.
I found an opening. It took the entire time. I was down to like the last 10 minutes.
At that point, I mean, I thought it was smooth. I wasn't thinking like, oh, he was planning that. I was like, yeah, come to my church. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
So,
that'd be great.
Yeah, put my number in his phone, and that was kind of our story about how we met. Eventually, we went to church, and
yep.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, let me know what time, and if the weather's good, I'll just jump on my motorcycle and ride over there and join you for church.
He was trying to be so cool, like his motorcycle, like,
Yeah.
basically his motorcycle.
It rained.
That day.
The next week, Sunday was going to be fine, but she had something going on. She was going somewhere with her mom, so she went to church the night before on Saturday, and it rained.
Yep, and so I was like, dang, like, can you come next week? And then
She's like, well, it's going to rain, so you can come next week. And I'm like, I'm getting mixed signals here. I'm not sure whether she wants to
No, what
show
happened
up or
was,
not.
actually, I had said, you can still come, it's going to rain, and you were just like, nah. And that's what happened.
Mixed signals.
No, because you had
sound
said...
pretty lukewarm on it. So I was like, well, I don't want to seem like too much into it in case she's not into it, so I guess I'll just go with the it's gonna rain thing.
And that's what it was. So eventually we went to church the following, I think. Was it the following week?
The following week.
And then that was great.
I'm pretty sure I took my... No, I did show up my motorcycle.
You did?
I did follow through.
So he looked cool. His plan worked of impressing me, so that was nice.
Totally worked.
So that's a little bit of our story about how we met. Obviously, there's so many other little parts about the process after that, and kind of how we started dating. Because at that point, we hadn't really we didn't go on dates and stuff. It was just hanging out. But yeah, eventually we became engaged, as you guys know. So something worked out along the way.
We just became engaged. we were walking along in this park, and apparently somebody had dug a trap, and we fell in love.
Yeah, that. Anyways.
It's a story. I don't know how we're going to end this one, so I'm giving us a few alternate endings at this point.
Thanks, boo.
No problem.
So thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. We plan on doing some more videos in the future. Maybe some kind of wedding videos and kind of our process of planning. We're doing a mixture of American and Nigerian in our wedding. So we want to do some videos about that, just a little talking about kind of the process of it. And so we have some more interesting things coming up.
So if you don't want to see that, definitely give it a thumbs down.
But you're going to want to, so give it a thumbs up if you want to see more. So
and if you give it a lot of thumbs up, then I don't have to do another video.
Yeah, thumbs up. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys in another video. Bye.
Well, we won't see them.
They'll see us.
They'll see us in another video.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, we won't see them because that would be creepy.
You right.
We'd be like looking through their camera. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep, we'd be like the Chinese government.
Where's that in the
China,
back?
YouTube watches you.